Yeah, it's created by Ben Yahtzee Croshaw. Uh, Most people will probably recognize him from Zero Punctuation. He's written a few books, and he's made some point-and-click games. He's working on a space game right now. Anyway, this is like one game of his that sort of got really big, and I wanted to replay it for some reason, and I figured, well, it's 1:30 a.m. Why don't I stream it? So we're introduced here to our main character Trilby from the launch of the game, and you can't like replay this intro, so it makes capturing this a pain. But he just said, "I have no name," so I'll try and read the rest out here. I used to have one, and a lot of people would like to know what it is. Some call me Trilby, and as a name it suffices. I've been called many things: a burglar, a hoodlum, a criminal. I prefer to think of myself as a gentleman thief. And tonight has something potentially very rewarding in store. My fence phones me in the middle of the night and asks if I know about DeFoe Manor. Apparently the last of the DeFoe line has blingingly died without heirs, leaving all the family valuables up for grabs. The lawyers have got the place locked up tight, of course, but that's never stopped me before. And the place is, of course, deserted. Yes, this should be a painless and rewarding evening's entertainment. What could possibly go wrong? So this is a point-and-click game, the first of 4 in a series. I have a guide open in another window, just in case I hit a wall. The stream title alludes to me possibly finishing this in one stream, but it's 1:30 a.m. I don't remember how long certain things take. We'll see. We'll be playing with author commentary off. But yeah, let's just get in there. Day 1. And the gentleman thief makes his entrance. Bottom of the screen. That's me, Trilby. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to look at the window. That's the window through which I entered this place. It won't open. Must have been jarred shut somehow. Well, I guess I'll have to take the old-fashioned way out. Check the safe. Damn, empty. Guess the family solicitor got here first. I think Trilby needs to find a new fence. So there's one joke here, I think. It's a door. Yeah, one of the jokes in this game is you can look at the door a bunch of times and it has a bunch of different descriptors. I'm not gonna do that, but I know eventually it just gets sick of you looking. What? Oh no! No! Stay away from me! Stay away! Sorry, I just wanted to double check how the stream looked. What got into him? Oh wait. Keep forgetting I'm wearing this thing. Who the hell was that guy? Under the impression this house was empty. But when I think of like canon voices for this character here, I sort of default to Yahtzee's voice, but I'm not gonna do a like crappy British impression the entire stream. I get Trilby is now in 6 games, I think. And of course he's named after his hat. The one that me and every other high school male on the planet would have bought. But anyway, let's keep going. Stairs are being a little difficult. Oh, we almost got it. Oh, okay, I see. Figured out movement. Well, let's try the door to try and leave. No latch, no chain, no deadbolt. Doesn't even have a keyhole. So why won't the bloody thing open? It's becoming very tiresome. Line's dead. Hey. Oops. It's about time you showed up. I'm sorry? And well, you should be. Been stuck in this house for days. Where's the way out? I'm sorry, I don't understand. You're the guy who owns the place, right? No. Oh. So how'd you get in here? A window on the second floor. Is it still open? No, it jammed shut. Damn. Well, looks like the house has a new guest. I hope no more turn up. I've only got 5 chairs. You'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Wait a minute. Yeah? Who are you? Oh, I beg your pardon. Hardy's the name. Philip Hardy. Call me Phil. Trilby. Mr. Trilby, I'm afraid you are now a prisoner. Like me, like everyone else in this house. A prisoner? Don't ask me why, but once you get in, the house won't let you leave. I don't know why I default to country for everybody. Tried all the doors and windows, none of them open. Garden wall's unclimbable, and I can't tunnel under it. But why? What's keeping us here? Who's keeping us here? Beats the hell out of me. Whatever it is, they will certainly not be safe from my fists once I get out of here. If there's something you're not telling me now, would be a good time to get it off your chest. I assure you I am completely mystified. So how many more people are in this place? Only 3 more. First there's Jim, the youngest. He turned up just after I did. He's a good kid. Second, Simone Taylor. You probably know her off the telly. She's a correspondent for the BBC. She came here to make some kind of documentary, I think. Now she's stuck here with us. Lastly, there's AJ. Skinny bloke with a stash. He won't tell us who he is or where he came from. All I know is that he's been here longer than anyone, nearly a whole week. I think I've already met him. Oh, what a heartwarming story. Anyway, why don't you see if you can track them all down? Calling a house meeting in the lounge. Spread the word. Trust you'll enjoy your stay at DeFoe Manor, Mr. Trilby. I still don't understand. Just find the others and tell them to meet up in the lounge. We can discuss things properly then. That door opening sound is very familiar. Alright, that's how you access the inventory. Walk, look, use, talk. Let's look at the umbrella. A Grolly. Grappling hook launcher. Made to look like an umbrella. Let's keep that in mind. One. A glass jar containing a rather hideous-looking wooden idol. I'm sure that won't be important. Probably be using the hotkeys more. Does the TV turn on? Had no comment at this time. In other words, the society world is still shaken by the sudden death of Sir Clarence DeFoe. Sir Clarence and his wife Julia were found dead last Thursday in DeFoe Manor. Our correspondent Peter Daltrey has the report. It was 4 weeks ago that this place was a buzz of activity as Sir Clarence DeFoe moved in with his new bride, Julia Swanson DeFoe. Now, after this shocking tragedy, the place is quiet as the tomb, and empty of human life. Sir Clarence had only proven his attachment to the DeFoe lineage almost 1 year ago, and since then has been renovating the long-abandoned family mansion in preparation for his marriage. The police have already declared the tragedy as a murder-suicide, although many have insisted that Sir Clarence was incapable of such an act. The debate rages on why the fate of the house and family fortunes remain unclear. This is Peter Daltrey, BBC News, DeFoe Manor. Thank you, Peter. Top stories again. Minister. I hate television. I don't know if anybody's even watching, but if anybody did just tune in, this painting did not have that figure standing a little earlier when we walked through. Turns out it is painted by one of the DeFoes in 1818. I've been trying really hard not to mention Willem Dafoe, but yeah, Willem Dafoe. Let's like it's all I've been able to think about the entire time. I wonder if the same person painted that picture. Okay, it doesn't say who paints it, but it's apparently Sir Roderick Defoe, one of the former owners. Hey, look, a twig. Sure, I can pick that up. Pick up sticks. Alright. Call that's locked. Yep. Okay, nobody here. I know it sort of looks like you can go down on that last screen, but I've played this enough that I know that is not the case. If I recall, this is just, heck, I might be able to go back to the lounge now. But I think this is just sort of to help you figure out the layout of the rest of the place. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Well, that's the room I came in from, so I'm pretty sure it's empty. No, wait. I want to look at the painting. Rather dreadful portrait of a woman, early Victorian style, and I notice a wedding band on her finger. Must be the wife of the mansion's first owner. Clarence Defoe was the last owner who recently died, and I think I've just lost whatever sympathy I had for him because he was a Bachelor of Law. No sympathy for lawyers from this gentleman thief. Locked. Locked. Just trying not to scare poor Simone here. Pardon me, madam. What? Oh, hello. Philip mentioned we had a new guest. You're Simone Taylor, right? Yes, you must have seen me on TV. And you are? Trilby. Got a first name? No. Hey, wait a second. Not the cat burglar, Trilby. Oh wow, I presented a Crime Watch special on you once. Oh man, I wish I had a camera right now. This could be huge. You wouldn't consent to an interview, would you? Madam, even if I did have a sudden retarding brain injury that would cause me to do so, don't you think our apparent imprisonment is a slightly more urgent matter? Well, I admit I thought so the first day I was here. But I've been here 4 days now, and I really think I'm learning a lot about this place. I could just open these infernal doors. If I could just get these infernal doors open. Philip's calling a house meeting in the lounge. Yes, it's so like him to do that when a new face appears. I'll see you later, Mr. Trilby. That line about his brain. I mean, that's pretty standard BBC humor, or UK humor, but I feel like it dates this to the 2002, 2003 it came out. Right. I don't think this last door opens. I'm proven wrong immediately. All right, the bathroom. Nothing here. How anticlimactic. Well, we're gonna go back out to the garden. I believe there's somebody there now. I think this painting might change at some point too. Rich. Evidently, no one cares if I starve in this place. Or the maker of the game was too lazy to put food in. Oh, right. It's been a while since I've played a point and click, but I do appreciate ones that are a little nicer with their clicking. Like, I had to pixel hunt for that twig, and I keep forgetting to change to footprints on some of the harder screens. And you have to change to use for the doors. It's a little bit of a mess. There's a figure in the painting gone. Maybe there is something extra in the lawn, and I had the figure in the painting's back. And I just don't remember this as good as I thought I did. Or I can Alt-Tab real quick and check the guide. Okay, I figured it out. Definitely not all on my own. He must have sampled the RE door sound. I think I went too far already. Right, I think the twig was supposed to be the trick there, the tip off. Hey. There's someone up in the tree. Oh, hi. You're new. You come to set us free? No, apparently I'm a prisoner now, too. I'm guessing you must be Jim. What were you doing in the tree? Thought I might be able to get over the wall. Tree's too far. And there's this ravine just outside the wall, too. So I understand, yes. Philip wants us all to meet up in the lounge. Oh, okay. I'll head there now, then. It's such a very point and click thing to have to interact with a tree and talk to the tree. I do think this early game does suffer some from sort of stuff people make fun of point and click games for. Excuse me. I'm enjoying a delicious soda at almost 2 a.m. now. There we go. Ah, our new arrival has graced us with his presence. I expect there's a lot you want to know. Join the club. Well, let me see if I get my head to clear. If I've got this clear in my head. You're all trapped in this house by some invisible intelligence. Right. And you can't leave. Nope. And as soon as I entered, I became trapped too. Pretty much. Why? Why would anyone want to keep us prisoner here? Maybe they're just lonely. No, if they wanted company, they'd have shown themselves. Maybe they have. Maybe one of us is behind all this. Oh, don't be silly. Why would any of us want to trap a load of people here and pretend we didn't? I don't know, do I? I don't speak loony. We mustn't squabble amongst ourselves. Hampered by paranoia and suspicion, we'd only hinder each other. I suggest we assume for now that we four are all innocent. I agree with that. We five, including AJ. Where is he anyway? I couldn't find him anywhere. Saw him just after I arrived, but he ran away from me. Well, that's odd. Listen, Mr. Trilby. We work as a team in this house, and that's how it's been since it started. We all have to share information. No secrets. So why did you come to this house? He's a cat burglar. Why do you even have to ask? Well, I didn't here to come take part in some bizarre Big Brother event, that's for sure. Is there anything you would know about this house that would help? Anything at all? I doubt I know much more than any of you. All I know is the last heir just died, and it's supposed to be empty. Well, I guess you're not much of a help then. But I suppose an extra pair of hands is always useful. Still not completely clear on a few details. Do I get to ask you all some questions now? Sure. Ask any of us whatever you like. Gotta talk to all of them here to progress to the next day. Miss Taylor, yes. Tell me a bit about yourself. That's so sweet of you to ask. We're in for it now. I'm a correspondent for the BBC, but you probably already knew that. I'm afraid I don't watch much television. Oh. Well, I do outside broadcasts for the news mainly. Sometimes I present documentaries or variety shows. Whenever I'm needed, really. Very much a Jill of all trades. What do you know about the mansion? Well, I've heard some pretty disturbing stories about it. Here we go. Been stories of weird happenings around it for decades. Ever since the first disappearance of the original owner and his son. People have gone missing in the area around the house more than anyone. more than anywhere else in the country. People from all walks of life. People like us. Don't say that. I suppose Jim's supposed to be like a kid. How did you come to be here? I only came down here for a documentary. There's been a lot of interest in old ghost stories lately. Figure something on DeFoe Manor would pull in the ratings. And not because it would make interesting viewing. This is why I hate television. Excuse me, I was talking. I arrived here before the camera crew. Supposed to wait for them. But I couldn't resist just taking a walk around the grounds. Next thing I knew, I was in the backyard. Looked all over, but I couldn't find a way back to the front. My own fault, really. Yeah, it was. What happened to your camera crew? I've no idea. They probably just left when I never showed up. Sort of glad they didn't get mixed up in this, too. Quite. That's all I wanted to know. I mean, she clearly just dumped a little bit of lore here. I think it's interesting. I don't know a lot about, you know, the UK necessarily, but one thing I do know is that the BBC, which she apparently works for, is funded entirely by the government, if I recall. I'm Canadian, so here we've sort of based ourselves on a split system with the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. We're sort of split where we sort of mirror a little bit of the American and a little bit of the BBC stuff. So I think it's interesting that a national broadcaster would even care about ratings. In the case of the Canadian broadcasting, I know it's sort of the case of, well, if you don't get the ratings, you lose funding, so maybe it's a similar case here. You know, if an anchor isn't pulling in enough viewers, axe them. Anyway, let's talk to Philip. Mr. Hardy. Yes, Mr. Trilby. We'll do this one first. Tell me about yourself. About me? Well, I'm what you call the import-export business. You're a thief. I am not a thief. I'm a treasure hunter. I only take what belongs to dead people. Since they're not using it, you know? Our new friend there, he's a thief. True, but also a gentleman. And only take what I'm sure no one's using, too. I'm sure that's a great comfort to them. One of the games Trilby is in is a prequel game called Art of Theft. And in this game, he will just steal anything from anybody. I think one scene in particular, he gets mad that people are storing their wine incorrectly and steals that. Let's do, how did you come to be here? Well, I came up here to look for some artifacts. And I'm sure you had the full consent of the DeFoe solicitors to do so. Shut up. I just heard of some old family tomb somewhere under the building. I mean, really old. Anything inside probably doesn't belong to anyone, so finders keepers. I managed to call in a few favors to get over the ravine in the back wall. And then, of course, I couldn't get out again. How many people know you're here? A handful, I suppose. They wouldn't get suspicious till I go missing for months, though. What do you know about the mansion? Give us the lore. Plenty. I read an article in this month's Treasure Hunting Monthly. Built by some explorer guy, Sir Roger DeFoe or something like that. Wife died giving birth. He and his son went missing sometime after. Hell, maybe the article could tell you better than I could. I'll let you borrow it. Thanks. Just don't mess it up too much for my scrapbook. All I wanted to know. Righto. Jim, what do you got? So, Jim. Yes? Tell me a bit about yourself. Like what? I don't know. Where were you before you came here? I was at St. Trinian's boarding school not far from here. Been there since I was 10. My parents move around a lot, you see. How old are you now? Nearly. Okay, so he's a kid. He's 16. 15. How did you come to be here, Jim? Dare, I imagine? It was so stupid. We climbed over the school wall at lunchtime. Why? It was a dare, yeah. We were going to see how long it would take the school to find us. And we came across this old house. Sure dared me to knock on the door. Bet me £1 I wouldn't do it. My school was like that. Broke my collarbone playing pile-on once. Shut up, Philip. What happened next? Well, I was about to knock on the door, but it opened by itself. I heard Richard dare me to take a step inside. So you did, and the door closed behind you, and it wouldn't open again. Yeah. Friends didn't call the police or anything? How should I know? I guess they didn't, since nobody came. That was on a Wednesday. School probably knows I'm gone now. Let's see. Let's hear what schoolyard rumors are about the mansion. What do you know about the mansion? Not much. Always just, we would always just about see the roof over the playground wall. We all used to tell each other it was haunted. Why? Were there any stories or legends attached? Well, a friend of mine used to say a crazy hermit lived there, who killed people and ate them alive. Oh, well, I'm certainly reassured. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. Anyone else see the pattern in all these stories? Which pattern would that be? Seems to me, the house only traps people individually. It didn't try to trap Jim's friends, or Simone's camera crew. It's only letting us in one at a time. Talking about the house like it's intelligent. Surely it's more likely that there's just some joker behind all this. Maybe. But how did they know we were coming? How did it know to leave a window open for me, risking one of you finding it? Think the house is haunted? I wouldn't use that word, but I definitely have a very odd feeling. Like we're being watched, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe this is one of Simone's rating winners. Excuse me? Well, locking up some people in a house against their will and secretly filming them. Sounds like a natural reality TV progression. Also highly illegal. Wouldn't stop some people. Where the hell's AJ gone to, anyway? I was hoping he'd be here. He's been doing some research on the house. He's gonna share it with us tonight. Maybe someone should go look for him. What, now? It's getting pretty late. I admit I am beginning to feel tired. Yeah, me too. But what about AJ? I don't think there's any need to worry now. If he hasn't turned up by morning, then we'll look for him. Oh, alright. We'll look for him as soon as we get up. Me too. What was that noise? Too lazy to put in the sound effects, so you gotta have Trilby say it. Oh, Jesus. No. Simone? Philip? Jim? Oh, God. Who did this? What the? You did this? Stay back. I'm warning you. Who are you? It was supposed to be Trilby's face there on the dream killer. Christ, I've never dreamt so vividly before. So disturbing. Alright, well, we're gonna pop a save first. Day 2. And let's take a look at that article we got. It's an article cut from a magazine called Treasure Hunting Monthly. The Mystery of DeFoe Manor. DeFoe Manor was one of the country's more notorious stately homes. It is renowned for being a great source of untold wealth, but what is the curse that surrounds that creaking house? The mansion was built in the early 19th century by the legendary explorer Roderick DeFoe in the celebration of his retirement and marriage. Roderick disappeared along with his only son on the 15-year anniversary of his wife's sudden death. After that, the house fell into the possession of a succession of heirs, most of whom died or disappeared in mysterious circumstances. The house was left abandoned after the last heir was thought to have died in 1946, until the recent appearance of Clarence DeFoe, who managed to prove his connection to the lineage and inherit the house. Alright, let's, oh geez. I keep, trying to play the game in OBS by accident. There's Jim. Jim, what do you have to say for us? Jim? Hi, Mr. Trilby. Seen AJ anywhere? That's the most important thing. Not since yesterday morning. He seemed pretty anxious about something. Did he say what? No. Just said something about getting to the bottom of all this. Then he left the room and I never saw him again. Do you know where the others are? Well, I don't know where Mr. Hardy is, but Miss Taylor's up in the library. The library? Second floor. I think she broke the door open or something. Thanks. What are you reading there? Treasure Island. Found it in the living room. How you liking it? Well, it's a bit heavy going. I think I prefer Terry Pratchett. Yeah, alright. That's a bit of the creator's own voice coming out, I think. How you feeling? Okay, I guess. I had this really horrible dream. But you don't want to hear about it. You're taking this in present thing very well, I must say. Well, it's not that different to boarding school, really. Except there's no one to hit you across the knuckles when you talk too much at night. You know where the others are? Oh. It's the same. That's all. Well, let's go see Miss Simone Taylor. There's apparently broken down a door. Is it this one? It looks like the lock's all weird. It is. Hey, Miss Taylor. Ah, hello, Mr. Trilby. Do you know where the others are? Well, Philip said he was going into the garden. I don't know where Jim is. AJ's still missing. Thanks. Sleep well? To be honest, not really. I had this terrible dream. Someone had killed you and Philip and Jim. I remember a huge guy with a welding mask. Let me guess. He took off the mask and he looked exactly like you. No. Actually, he looked exactly like you. What does it mean? Frankly, I don't want to know. Did you break the lock on the door? No, I just came up here and it was like that. Suppose AJ must have done it. Must have been reading from that pile of books. I don't know exactly. I'd have to ask him. Take it AJ hasn't turned up yet? No. Do you think he found a way out? If he did, he didn't have the decency to tell us. I wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of jumpy. Maybe he just saw an opportunity and took it. Maybe. What do you know about AJ? Not much. refused to tell us anything about himself. Where he came from, why he came here, not even his full name. Kinda suspicious, isn't it? You think he had some kind of agenda? I really wouldn't know. Of course, you're no one to judge when it comes to withholding names. How are you holding up? Oh, spare me the gallantry. I'm just fine. See you later. Let's, take a look. Can we grab anything out of that pile? I can't think of a use for any of these books at the moment. Alright. So, Philip is the last person to track down. Face on that painting does kind of look a little different there, maybe. No, it's the same. I'm just going a little cuckoo. Hey, Mr. Hardy. Well, look who's up. How you doing? Oh, I'm just fine. When I find a way out, I'll be even better. Are you the one who dug up half the lawn? Yeah. Trying to dig my way out of this place. But the ground gets really solid 2 feet down, and the wall foundations go even further. Well, that would explain the holes nearest the wall. What about the others? Alright, I was looking for treasure. Happy now? You want some kind of metal? There's professional interest, you understand. Any luck? Treasure? Nah. Found some kind of pipeline running under the lawn, but not much else. What are you doing with that metal detector? Actually part of the plan to get out of here. Oh, good. I heard there's some kind of family tomb buried somewhere under the grounds. If I can find it, there might be another way to the surface. Okay, why? I presume any family of valuables to have down there would be an unexpected bonus. Hey, judge not, lest you be judged yourself. You're a cat burglar, for God's sake. At least I have a sense of priorities. Well, when we found an escape route and when you found an escape route and saved us all, I'll be sure to apologize profusely. How do you know the tomb's there? I don't. What the metal detector's for? How do you know there's anything to detect? Probably all stone and dusty corpses. Actually, you'd be surprised how much metal can be found in a tomb. Belt buckles, coffin handles, candlesticks, gold, silverware. Implying something? Oh, goodness me, no. Listen, the tomb could be on the other side of the grounds for all you know. Sure, but this is as good a place as any to start. Until I see some compelling evidence for its location, I'll continue my systematic sweep. Taking a moment to hydrate there. Do you know if AJ's turned up yet? Not to my knowledge. In fact, I don't think we'll be seeing him ever again. Why not? Well, this is some kind of reality TV stunt. He must have been in on it. Maybe he's gone to file reports on how all the hidden cameras are working. I honestly doubt this is the work of the BBC, Philip. You have a better explanation? Not yet. Well then. Can I borrow your metal detector? What do you want it for? I'm not sure yet. Brilliant. Well, I'll give you a shout when I'm finished with it. Finished with it yet? Seen the others? Last I saw Jimmy was in the dining room. Don't know about the Taylor woman. Thanks. See you around. Whatever. Any windows open in this stupid place? Locked. Alright. I'm gonna glance at the guide. Okay. We're gonna double back to Phil just in case to show him the item they put in their inventory. Then we're probably gonna have to go back to the library. Use article. Yo, Philip. Okay, never mind. Footsteps sound effect is nice. I do wish there was a little bit more music in the game, but like, I know he has another guy for music, I think. But you know, one person working on a project, you can only expect so much. Let's look at books. Collection of binders about DeFoe Manor. A map is always handy. Very old architectural plan of DeFoe Manor. DeFoe Manor with the underground tomb clearly marked as being under the front yard. Something odd about this map. There's something missing. No, it's not that. There's something here that doesn't belong. I don't recall seeing in the house. So you can kind of figure it out here. Looks like there's another room off the way to the backyard. No, backyard's here. But it does look like the room that connects to it has a ladder of some sort. Anyway, back to Philip to show him that plan. Yo, Philip. No, I didn't want to use it. Hey, Philip, look at this. Hey, Mr. Harty, I found this old map in the library. Did you? Take a look. The tomb is quite clearly under the front yard. But this is the backyard. No way into the front yard. Sucks, doesn't it? Well, I guess that's my escape plan out the window. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Don't mention it. Can I borrow the metal detector? Why the hell not? Take away my hopes, might as well take away my worldly possessions too. Have fun with it. Thanks. Now do excuse me. It's a rather cheap, overused metal detector. I don't know if anybody's ever used a metal detector. They're awful. I think I'm hearing cats fighting outside my front door. Pipeline. It looks like a pipeline comes away from the pool and goes under the lawn. I wonder where it leads. You can track where this pipeline leads with the metal detector. Trail ends here. I don't know why I would need to know that. I also don't have anything to dig. There it is. According to the map, there should be a stairwell right behind this wall. I guess someone bricked over it. Oh, let's, I never checked these. I don't think I need a shovel. I think I accidentally pressed the door button. Just to make sure he walked all the way there. I think I have to just look at a pile of dirt. Yeah, you see that? Dirt. Use. And what do we have here? Philip's laborings must have covered it up. Now we just gotta find the pixel panel. Well, that didn't seem to do anything. Lo and behold, we go to the other screen. Christ. Oh, Christ. This is definitely the man I met on the landing. Presumably AJ. Looks like someone tied him to an iron hook at the bottom of the pool. But I think he was dead before then. His throat's been slit open by some large-edged weapon. God, the stench. Gotta find the others. Dead? How? Murdered. He was stabbed to death and tied to the bottom of the pool. Oh my God. You know what this means, don't you? We are the only ones in this house. The killer has to be one of us. Not necessarily. I don't think any of us could engineer. Shut up. It was you, wasn't it? You killed AJ and now you're covering your tracks. Philip, you're being absurd. Why would Trilby tell us where the body is if he wanted to hide it? He's covering his tracks. He was the last to arrive. Don't tell me you're not a bit suspicious of him. Look, what happened to AJ was a terrible thing. If we let it tear us apart, we could all go the same way. Good point, Philip. Oh, I see. You're all in on this together. Philip, shut up. As far as I'm concerned, there's no one I can trust anymore. From now on, every man for themselves. Philip. Idiot. He's shaking. We all are. So what do you think? About AJ, I mean. Really not sure. I think we're being haunted. Oh. Well, at least someone's keeping their head. Look, I'm not exactly in love with such an unscientific idea as a murderous ghost. But nothing other than the supernatural could have engineered this situation. This house has a bad history. A history I think it's time I started looking into. Well, you do whatever you want. I think I'm going to look into AJ's death with a slightly more sensible attitude. Where's Jim? Someone should tell him about AJ. I think he went upstairs. I'll go look for him. Father? Jim? Jim, is that you? What are you doing, Father? What? Father, no. No, don't. Father. Father. Hold on. Oh no, a creepy skeleton. Mr. Trilby. Day 3. Jim. Sorry, Mr. Trilby. You wanted me to wake you? Did I? You remember yesterday? You told me about AJ and said you were going to look into the house. Then he asked me to wake you this morning so you could get started. Yes, I remember. Thank you, Jim. Anytime. Sort of a weird cut for that stuff, but you know, it happens. I do like that dream in particular. It strikes me as sort of the way to sneak in maybe a clock tower reference or something. Alright, day 3. And newspaper. Always keep abreast of day-to-day events. To copy the local paper dated last Friday. Heir to DeFoe estates found dead. Sir Clarence DeFoe, last of the long-running DeFoe line, was found dead yesterday in his home. DeFoe, 24, was found hanging from a tree in the front yard of DeFoe Manor. Interesting that he's only 24. I guess it's sort of the case a young guy finds this connection and just sort of parties it up, finds a wife. His recent bride, Julia Swanson DeFoe, was also found dead in the mansion, apparently stabbed to death. Inspector Jacob Barnes, the officer in charge of the investigation, has closed the case. No mystery here, he said. DeFoe killed his wife and then himself. We've already disproved the possibility of a third party. Sir Clarence's solicitor, Michael Chzo, however, has gone on record questioning the inspector's judgment. The last I saw Sir Clarence, he was infinitely content. He would never have committed such an act. Plus, there was no suicide note. We're gonna just click through that real quick, as it's something we have to make sure we do. And we are headed, I think today is the longest day in the game, actually. There's Philip, he's got some papers on the table. I don't see anything important. Hello, Philip. Leave me alone, Cat-Burglar. Feeling any better this morning? Oh, I'm just peaches. Now go away. What are you doing? None of your business. Are those maps of the house? Yes, they're maps. Gonna find a way out. I'm gonna get away from this madhouse once and for all. And after that, if I ever see your smug pinstripe wearing face again, it'll be a million years too soon. Have you seen the others? No. All I know is that they're not here bothering me. Why don't you go join them? Come on, Phil. None of us could possibly have killed AJ. You want to bet? Could have done it easily. Maybe I could have, but I didn't. Prove it. You know I can't. Well then. You know your attitude could be the death of us. Certainly going to be the death of you if you don't get out of my face. Well, catch you later. What's this? I just found it here like this. Do you know whose it is? Yeah. Mine. I'm clipping through fast. Of course not. It was in the front yard, and there's no way into the front yard. Maybe someone's trying to help us. Maybe. I'll go and find the others and let them know about it. Sure. Great. My lockpicks are here. Must have fallen out of my pocket while I was getting out of the car. I'll hide an emergency pick in the lining of my tie, like I usually do. There's nothing else in the car. Not much point in driving it when there's nowhere to drive to. You could, I don't know, slam it into the tree or something. Let's go back out there, actually. Because the first door to worry about is this one. There we go. What do we got? We got a saw and a pickaxe. We're going to take the pickaxe. I don't think we can take the two-person saw with us. Cupboards are empty. Even using items is a little unwieldy. Knock, knock. I don't know if there's a death up ahead, but I'm worried. I know there are some in this game. Oh, we finally get some music. Chains. Are these manacles? The hell was this room used for? I don't think there's anything else in here. I don't think I can take the chains. They're quite firmly attached to the wall. Nice to finally get a track. Oh gosh. I think I got a sneeze coming on. Well, I tried to mute myself. Sneeze isn't coming. We're gonna check real quickly though. Okay. It's nice that entering that basement sort of triggered that song. That painting does look different now. But it could be possible he just got better and just didn't go and change back the earlier painting throughout the day. Oh, hey, Jim. Jim? Yeah? Have you seen Philip and Simone? Hardy's in the dining room shouting. Miss Taylor said she was investigating AJ. What do you think we should do next? I think we should do as much research into the house as we can. What are you doing? Just looking for stuff in the house. Why? Don't know. Yes, you do, Jim. Why? Because I want to help, but I'm not sure what I could do. Want to tag along with me? Sure. Promise not to get in the way. Okay, so we got Jim tagging along with us. I don't know why. Okay, while we're here, there's apparently a book we want to look for. I wonder if it's in the same section. How to Cook series, 1980 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica with Wagner to Woodhouse missing. Completely unabridged Oxford English Dictionary. Books on the occult. Can I take one of those yet? I don't know if you can tell, but we might need one. Leveling bound textbooks on gardening. Old road maps. Shelf is full of nothing but photo albums. Historical text on most of the really well-known noble families. The history of the DeFoe lineage. Yeah, that might be useful. Look. The History of the DeFoe Family, Volume 7. Roderick DeFoe, later Sir Roderick DeFoe, is probably the most famous of the lineage. Using a lot of the inheritance he attained when his parents died suddenly, he embarked on a series of adventures throughout the globe, earning quite a reputation as a colonial explorer. He retired from adventuring at the age of 40, where he met his future bride, Belinda Rotham. Fell instantly in love. He built a luxury manor in the English countryside, and the couple moved in as soon as the work was complete. By all accounts, the couple were deliriously happy. It was what made Belinda's sudden death, while giving birth to their only son, Matthew, all the more tragic. Sir Roderick was in mourning for a long time, leaving the upbringing of Matthew in the hands of numerous nannies and tutors. When he finally did start taking interest in his son, he learned to be bitterly disappointed as his son rejected the idea of joining the army, preferring the pursuit of art and literature. Matthew neared the age of 15, however, he and his father seemed to grow closer. They didn't always see eye to eye, but seemed to understand each other and offer unconditional love. And then, Matthew's 15th birthday, he and Roderick disappeared. A servant found bloodstains in one of the rooms, but no bodies were found. The fate of Sir Roderick and his wayward son remains a mystery to this day, first of many mysterious disappearances connected to the DeFoe line and the family house. Time for me to hydrate after reading all that. I finished my delicious soda, but I also have water with like Mio or whatever in it. While we're up here, let's check the other doors. Locked. Well, I own lockpicks. I think I did it, but it still won't open. There must be a deadbolt on the other side or something. Locked. Okay. There we go. Unlocked. Let's check the nightstand. Empty. The other nightstand. Also empty. Do anything with that? We can just open and close it. check the window, and then let's look at the scratches. Well, what do you know? It opened. Of course, since it overlooks the backyard, this doesn't help me much. True. Scratch. Find that pixel. Don't look like they were made by human fingernails. Well, that's that. Like what? Like bear? Like what do you mean? Alright, well, we're gonna ignore those for now. I don't think using it on them will do anything. And that's the bathroom. Jim, why did you teleport all the way over there? Pushing the tree makes the upper branches sway a little. What fun. Jim, yeah? What do you think we should do next? Never mind. Could've sworn you had to do something with this tree. Alright. Maybe I'm insane. The guide I have for this is not very good. In that it's written not in a way... A way I would like is bullet points that are like clearly defined, but this does not have that. Okay, I think I gotta do something. In this room. Oh, okay, I see. That green pixel is what we want. Book. Give me the lore, baby. Diary of Sir Roderick DeFoe. March 5th, 1805. Work on the house is going well. Should be completed by the end of July. Belinda is already excited about the forthcoming wedding and spends many hours of the day going over even the smallest details over and over again. Not since our early courtship has she been so giddy with joy. Softened my heart to see her smile. She smiles often. Wondering why I didn't retire sooner. August 12th, 1805. I am only now having the opportunity to write this, as it had been a most hectic day. The wedding went without a hitch, and the house was ready for us to move in as soon as the ceremony was over. Belinda insisted on consummating our marriage immediately. I am sure, dear diary, this house can expect to hear the laughter of children or 1806 is out. February 14th, 1806. A romantic day for our announcement. Physician has just left, confirming that Belinda is with child. A child we can expect to be born in June. We've already decided to name the child Matthew if a boy, or Jane if a girl. June 28th, 1806. Belinda is dead. I will never forget her face, ash gray, contorted with pain. The child is healthy. Would that it had never came about and spared me this fresh hell. May 24th, 1820. Matthew showed me the painting of the grounds he had created. I worry about the boy. Why can't he have healthier interests like soldiering? The painting was fair, I suppose, but I would rather my child be less of a weakling. June 28th, 1821. It is the anniversary of the night I unleashed a horror which I tonight shall remove from this world. God forgive me. The last entry. So, where to now? Okay, I see. Every time the music cuts out, it's me like alt-tabbing to check the guide. I could have done this guide list, but I've played this game enough, and yeah, I don't care. I'm just here for the ride mostly. We have to go all the way to the. It talks about trees in the guide, you see. So I thought that tree, but no, it wants us to go all the way to the actual lawn part. Maybe I'm crazy. Haven't seen Simone yet. Oh, we're gonna check with Simone, who should be in the lounge. Maybe check the TV too. I don't think we did that on day 2. But I think it's different every day. I think one day talks about Simone's absence. This morning, in other news, Michael Chzo, solicitor of the DeFoe case, was found dead this morning in his office. Well, that's not good. Sir Chzo was found to have hanged himself, and a ruling of suicide has already been declared. It was the latest in a recent string of deaths and disappearance connected to the mysterious DeFoe manor. A string which began with the murder-suicide of Sir Clarence DeFoe and his young wife. Seen more recently the disappearance of BBC reporter Simone Taylor. Police were hoping to acquire the key to DeFoe Manor in order to investigate, but the location of the key was known only by Mr. Chzo himself. Numerous television stars have already come forward to pay tribute to Miss Taylor as it becomes increasingly apparent that disappeared. Something tells me there wouldn't even be that much coverage if there wasn't a celebrity involved. Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, interesting. She's not here. Figured she might be. Oh, she might be over here. I didn't check this room. Nope. They's still open. That's good. Worried they might reset it accidentally. No, not locked. I used the key. Well, let's open the open window. What are you doing, Mr. Trilby? Just popping out for some fresh air? Why don't you wait for me in the library? Oh, okay. And just casually climbing out the window. Okay, I remember this puzzle. Well, I'm sure it would be highly amusing to gully across the gap and slam heavily into the tree trunk. I would not be of great help. Doesn't look like it could support my weight. And maybe I don't remember this one. Do I gotta do something to knock that loose tile off? Okay. I think I have it figured out. Because the guy keeps saying something about Jim and the tree. Surely now we have to go get Jim again. Yo, Jim. There's this weird looking cat outside. Okay, let me double check this. Maybe I'll have to double check one of the other guides just to be safe. I feel like Yahtzee used to have a guide uploaded for one of these games. Oh. Jim, give me a hand with this. Why did we cut the tree down, Mr. Trilby? I'm not exactly sure. This game does have a commentary, and I remember just talking about how this puzzle is bad. I think it's the next door. Jim, I'm going outside. Leave me alone. Should be able to do the grapple now. Yep. Yeah, the tree was apparently in the way before. It doesn't make that very clear. This would have been the son's room. An artist's easel with a blank canvas. How philosophical. Teddy. Can I take the teddy? And why the hell not? Grab whatever was in there. Yep, there's a red book. Diary. The Secret Diary of Matthew DeFoe. June 28th, 1814. Today is my 8th birthday. Nanny said I would soon be a big, strong man like my father. I wanted to see him today, but he wouldn't come out of his study all day. Nanny says he always gets cross on this day, but it's not because of me. August 5th, 1817. I found a new friend. He's behind the door in the kitchen, and he doesn't have a name. He likes me to sit and talk to him. Father gets very angry when he finds me doing this. I asked Father who the boy behind the door was, but he told me there was no boy behind the door. It was just a silly fantasy. May 24th, 1820. I showed Father the painting I just finished. Said it was quite good. Which is the best thing he's ever said. When I was in a good mood, I asked if I could go and look behind the door in the kitchen. He pretended not to hear me. My father has done a terrible thing. All this time he pretended there was no boy behind the door. Now this. There's blood all over the kitchen floor. I will do what I can. Then we can be a family together and be happy. It's where it ends, except for a little ink blot just underneath the text. I think I've read enough to have some idea of what's going on here. If there is a ghost in their place, there must be some connection to the disappearance of Sir Roderick and Matthew DeFoe. Matthew schizophrenic or something? Did Sir Roderick kill him and disappear to avoid the law? It's odd that neither of their bodies were ever found. Maybe there's a book or something in the library that could help me. Went too fast there, over one. And now I can get in and out of that room with ease. That's the library. We want a supernatural text. Why not? I could certainly do with a laugh. It's a book on white magic. Find the person from their possession. Tie the possession in question to a stick and dick it in salt. Next, wave it over the place where the subject sleeps. When you hold it in front of you, the object should now indicate in which direction the owner lies. No way to attach the bear to the stick. So we need string now. I know where the salt is. Where could I find string? Oh. I suppose it's a dress. You'd think you'd just be able to fray that. Random cord to the VCR. So now boom. And we want to dip it in salt. Luckily I located the salt earlier. I'm gonna pop a save before I do this. Not that there's a death coming up, but I know this game has points where you can die. I don't think they're like permanent game overs or anything, but it'd be a good idea to just do a few here and there. Use the, what do you call it? Barren stick. And now, I don't remember if it wants us to do it over the bed or the chains. I'm gonna do it over the chains. Okay. Not the chains. Unless there's a magic pixel bullshit. I don't see it, but let's double check. Okay. No, I have to use it on the bed and then it'll lead me down here, because apparently, despite it being pretty clear on the map, I wasn't supposed to really find that hole till later. Part of that is also, having played this game, I know that hole's there. Seems to be indicating downward. Pretty sure if you play this with commentary, it just pops right up and says like, hey, go to the kitchen. Indicating to the southeast. Indicating to the northeast. Indicating to the south. So we want like what? One pixel down. Pointing straight down. Matthew DeFoe, I presume? Did Sir Roger keep him down here? No, he can't have done. So, hold on, I don't think that's Matthew's hand. There's another corpse down here. Looks like the body of a much older man. You know, I have a feeling this is Sir Roderick. Judging by the ribs, he was killed by a large stabbing weapon. But by whom? Smash. What was that? Sounded like it came from the other side of the house. Skipped a couple text boxes there, but we got it. Anything important we were going to get out of that? Windows look a little darker to me, but maybe I'm just not paying attention well enough to them. You know, as far as mansions go, this kind of sucks. it's like what, one room? One room. It's like 5 rooms. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Idol. A bell jar has been knocked over and smashed. Looks like the idol is undamaged. Cool, let's pick that up for a moment. Really is a horrendously ugly little wooden idol. Hang on. What are these little stains? Day 4. Father, why? Oh god, my head. What the hell happened last? I remember... Oh god, Philip. Did I kill Philip? I don't remember anything. The first thing I remember is putting my hand on that idol. I've got to warn the others. Locked. God knows where they found the key. They won't answer me. Hello? Is there anyone out there? Quiet. Simone? Is that you? Shut up. You killed Philip. Don't even try to deny it. I did? Don't play games with me. You can guard here until the police get into the grounds. Then I'm handing you over. Simone, what do you want now? So this is just like a dialogue puzzle. I'm pretty sure I remember how it goes. What makes you think I killed Philip? Oh, well, let me see. First, Jim and I are attacked by some huge guy in a welding mask and apron with a machete, but manage to get away. Then we come into the kitchen and find a huge guy in a welding mask and apron unconscious next to Philip's corpse. When we took out the mask off, lo and behold, it's you. Look, you've got it all wrong. Oh, really? Well, let me hear your version. Philip tried to kill me first? Oh, I see. You killed Philip in self-defense. Suppose when you burst in the living room and swung that machete at Jim and me, you were just trying to swat a fly or something? That wasn't right. The real killer tricked me. When he attacked me and Jim, he was wearing a gray pinstripe suit. Suppose you lent it to him for the weekend? I was possessed by the ghost. Oh, now that impresses me. Did you think of that all by yourself? It's the truth, I swear. Shut up. Just shut up. It possessed me just like it did when I killed AJ. What are you talking about now? A ghost. Talks to me late at night when no one else can hear. Trying to make me do things, evil things. Shut up. It never leaves me alone. I can't sleep. Then I have the blackouts. I'll wake up with blood all over me in an unfamiliar place. Happened so many times now I can't count them. Shut up. Kill AJ, kill Philip, kill everyone. It wouldn't leave me alone. I'm warning you. I still think I can get rid of the voice with your help. My help? You just let me out of here. You can help me exercise it. Probably some stuff in the library. No way. You really think I'm stupid? There's no ghost. It's just you. You and your insanity. The sooner the police get here, the better. Well, that wasn't right. I think I was close. Oh, maybe I have to ask about the tie first. What have you done with my tie? It was Jim's idea. We took it off you so you wouldn't hang yourself. I killed Philip. Possessed by a ghost. Just like when I killed AJ. Talking to me right now. Saying kill the bitch. You can break the window. Kill that rotten bitch. And no, that wasn't right. I'm delirious with guilt most of the time. I can see the face of every poor innocent I've killed every time I close my eyes. Most evenings I cry so hard I vomit. Several times. Death came right now. I'd welcome it. Oh God. Simone, let me have my tie back. Please. Oh, to hell with it. Have it, you psycho. Now, if you remember, when we got the lockpicks, he talked about putting one in his tie. And there's my emergency lockpick. See, this demonstrates the importance of forethought. I kept the bear in my inventory. Where'd someone go to now? I've got to get to her and Jim to believe me about the idol. I don't think we popped a save for today. Day 4. This is one of these shorter ones, if I recall. I think he just shoved so much into day 4 that he forgot about the other 2, so these ones sort of get a little shorter. Hey, Philip. Painting's definitely changed. Maybe it's daily. Check the TV while we're here. DeFoe Manor, the luxurious country home for a respectable aristocratic family, or the eerie home of a dark, ineffable secret. Why have so many people disappeared around the manor? What did happen to Sir Roderick DeFoe and his teenage son? Is there really some kind of ghostly horror lurking in the basement? All this and more on The Haunting of DeFoe Manor. Tonight at 9, only on BBC 2. Probably doesn't have any comments on the television at this point. Aha, no. Alright, so you can't go touch it again. So there's 2 people left alive, Simone and Jim. And we're looking for them. I think I have a good idea where Simone is. No one in here either. Where the hell is everyone? Trilby, Simone, before you say anything, I know you didn't really kill Philip or AJ. You? You were lying to get me away from the shed. Saw him again. Who? Killer. Guy in the welding mask. Spotted him downstairs, but he didn't see me. Can't find Jim anywhere. Simone, you have to listen to me. The ghost. Shut up about your ghost. This isn't a ghost. It's a regular flesh and blood psycho. Speak of the devil. Eee. Do something. Oh my god. Jim? Day 5. I knew day 4 was super short. How is he? He's awake. He's fine. Doesn't remember anything, just like I didn't. Look, I only sort of half believe the possession thing right now. But in the absence of a better suggestion, I guess I'm going along with it. Have you been going over those books I was carrying? Yeah, and some texts on the occult. Apparently, if we want to destroy this thing, we have to get the spirit back to its old body. That'll make it quasi-mortal. It'd still be dangerous, but not unkillable. We have to find the body first. To do that, we have to know who the ghost is. I'm thinking about this thing, and I have a fairly workable theory. Yes, I've got a couple of ideas about it myself. Right, well, the ghost has something to do with the disappearance of Roderick and Matthew DeFoe, right? The deaths and disappearance all started after that. Agreed. So what do you think? I think Sir Roderick had more than one son. Yes, because of what I read in Sir Roderick's diary. Exactly. Makes references to some monster he helped create, and he doesn't mean Matthew. And Matthew talks about another boy in the house, a boy behind the kitchen door. Those manacles indicate that someone was kept imprisoned in the basement. Where do you think this other son came from? I want to hear what you think first. This entire section is very much to make sure you understand the story. I think Belinda DeFoe gave birth to twins. I agree with that. Found Belinda's death certificate. Died about 20 minutes after Matthew was already out. I think it was her second son that did her in. Roderick went practically insane with grief. Blamed the poor kid for her death. Kept him locked in the basement. Refused to even acknowledge his existence. Can you imagine what that must have been like for the boy? Yeah, it's abusive, yeah. Growing up in a filthy grotto like some kind of animal, given no education, no love. The boy would be completely retarded and insane. There's that 2003. Probably couldn't tell the difference between one person and another. Kills absolutely everyone who enters the house. He thinks they're all Sir Roderick. Come to torment him some more. What happened on that day 15 years later when Sir Roderick and Matthew disappeared? Found their corpses in the basement, so they were obviously murdered. Question is, how and why? Sir Roderick went mad and tried to kill him. Remember in Sir Roderick's diary, in the last entry? He talks about destroying the monster. He must have gotten really drunk, and being the anniversary of Belinda's death didn't help. He went down to the basement and beat the poor kid to death. Half to death. Matthew found the body afterwards and tried to bandage him up. Matthew wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. His brother lived on for a bit longer. Long enough to get a mask and machete and to kill both of his father and Matthew. He must have just died of his wounds. Jesus. We're going to try to destroy his ghost? None of anything that happened to him is his own fault. What little mind he had is no more. All he has now is hate. If we don't kill him, he'll kill us all. There's no reasoning with him. Suppose you're right. Very sad, really. What will you do now? I'm gonna find his body. And I'm gonna figure out how to bring his soul back to it and destroy him. Well, let me know if I can be of any help. I will. Good luck. Thanks. So that bathroom scene, I'm glad I knew what to do, because I think that is one of the deaths. Let's check in on Jim. Face of a man who tried to attack people. Keep in mind, he's 16, so he probably remembers getting knocked over and being in that get-up. Mr. Trilby, yeah, can I ask you a favor? Sure. I still have the mask and the apron and the knife from last night. Could you take them and throw them away for me? I really don't like having them around. Sure. Thank you. No, thank you. Jim? Yeah? How are you feeling? My head still starts a bit, yeah. I feel a bit woozy. Apart from that, I'm fine. What happened last night exactly? Well, me and Miss Taylor were in the living room, and this big man entered in a mask and tried to kill us with a big knife. We were able to get away, but then we heard Mr. Hardy screaming. Miss Taylor told me to wait here. A bit later, she came back and told me that it was you in the mask. I didn't really believe that. I went off to keep guard or something. Then I went in the trophy room and found this wooden doll thing on the floor. Next thing I remember, I was in the bathroom. My head really hurt. Did I really try to kill you? No, but something did through you. I don't like this place anymore, Mr. Trilby. You and me both. See you later. So, to kill, for the spirit to kill somebody, it has to, somebody has to touch the idol, is sort of the thing we're getting here. So, who killed AJ? I think the commentary leaves it sort of up to interpretation a bit, but my money is on Philip Hartley. He probably looked at it. He probably touched it, you know. You come into this room and you see, you know, the bell jar. You're like, all right, well, is this worth anything? And then you see it's just a poorly made wooden sculpture. We have to go back here to watch the TV. Budget. We can go now to Peter Daltrey, reporting from the gates of DeFoe Manor. Over the last couple of hours, a large number of police cars have gathered around the mansion's grounds. Not exactly sure what the official position is. I've heard reference to a hiker hearing suspicious noising coming from the mansion over the last couple of nights. What's happening there now, Peter? Well, since I arrived here, there have been 3 attempts to break down the front doors, all unsuccessful. I understand the authorities are still waiting to hear word from Michael Chisholm's office about getting hold of the key. DeFoe Manor is of course reported to be the last known location of missing newsreader Simone Taylor. Afraid... Let's talk to Simone real quick as the last living member of the house, besides Jim. Simone, Trilby, how are you feeling? A lot better once we get out of the madhouse. What am I supposed to be doing again? You need to find the ghost's original body. Find a way to bring its soul back to it. Then destroy the body and the soul together. Right. How do I destroy him? I mean, if I bring him back, he'll be undead. It requires some special method. How do I bring his soul back? Bound to be a few texts on the subjects in the library. Where could the body be? I don't know. Never mind, Simone. I'm trying to remember how exactly to this one is worse than the last salt puzzle, in that I think you have to tie the bear to the machete. Well, we'll check the library here. The art of black magic and necromancy. Summoning angry spirits to their body. Murderous wraiths are nigh indestructible when they can hop from body to body. Tying them down to their own bodies returns them to partial mortality, a state in which they can be destroyed. Simply enough, place the spirit's original body in a place of fire and death. Return it to its old clothes, and read aloud the following passage, omitting nothing. A load of magic gobbledygook here. I don't want to read it out. I should use this book on myself. Warning, the summoning of a wraith will often bring forth other unquiet spirits who will haunt those who hold their possessions. Something to keep in mind. I'm gonna check the guide real quick. Just speed this along. Okay. Figured it out. The item I'm missing. I see them there. Just sitting there. Come on. Scissors. Use scissors on apron. Use strip of apron rather on machete. Use machete and strip on bear. So welding mask. There we go. And we want to dip that in salt. The place of sleeping, you would have saw me try and do it earlier with the bear, is the chains. Upwards. I don't remember where this one is. It's gonna be a little harder to find the body. It's still pointing upwards, then maybe I do remember. I'm gonna take a guess. We'll see if I'm right. Southwest. to the north. Can't get them out with my bare hands, so use the scissors on that, and then use the machete on the tiles. Lever up the floor with the machete. Hey dirt. This kid must have been born deformed. Come with me. So now we need to get the body ready in a place of fire and death. Pretty easy one to figure out. Gonna pop another save. Oh, I didn't do any for this day. Day final. Oh, it probably wants me to put the body there first. Music starting up. Okay, so I want to use the book on Trilby. Here goes nothing. This hall of death, and by the light of Prometheus's gift, I call thee. It's not in Latin. I bring these gifts that may tempt thee back. I bring thee thy helm, that thou would be masked. I bring thee thy armor, that thou would be clothed. I bring thee thy sword, that thou would be armed. Come. 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 Or maybe I could have planned this better. Okay, so it's not that. Good thing I popped that save there. I'm gonna check the guide real quick. Okay, yeah, alright. It makes sense what I did wrong. It's, hey, we should probably have another party member here in. Talk. Simone, Trilby. Could you meet me in the trophy room? You have a plan? Yes, I've got a plan. Okay then. Just a better one than before. Okay, we're gonna pop another safety save just so I don't have to go do this stuff with Simone again. Now let's use a book. Here goes nothing. Bring the gifts. Come, come, come. What now? Trilby, what now? Maybe I could have planned this better. I could have, yeah. What am I missing here? Ah, you know what? Again, very obvious. Jim needs to be here too. He's in this room. The one with the bed. Yo, Jim. Go down to the trophy room. You know, I didn't talk about it. I think the commentary, you mentioned it, Philip Hartley, the one lying on the kitchen floor there, he has his hands in his pockets, which, I think was part of, okay, I'm sick of animating, these arm swings. Okay, let's talk to them. Jim, how you feeling? See you later. Simone? Oh, right. You hold this for me, Jim? Whatever you say. You hold this for me, Simone? Now we should be good. This hall of death, and by the light of Prometheus' fire I call thee. I bring thee gifts that may tempt thee back. I bring thee thy helm that they would be masked. I bring thee thy armor that they would be clothed. I bring thee thy sword that they should be armed. Come, come, come. Jesus Christ, what now? Trilby, what? You! I knew you for evil from the moment you came into this world, demon child. May God forgive me for having a part in your creation. Why did you kill me, brother? I helped you when you were injured. I bandaged you when our father made his mistake. No mistake, young one. Now do you see why I tried to keep you away from this creature? It has no understanding. Well, you didn't teach it understanding of human ways. You're wrong, father. You'd have even given him a chance to be normal. Cease your prattling, Matthew. Time to put an end to the horror I unleashed. What are you doing, father? Father, no. Father. Father. Now would be a good time to take our leave. Miss Taylor, over here. What the hell's been going on in there? I'm trying to get in there for hours, then suddenly the place catches fire, so the door's supposed to open, and you two. Us two? Where's Trilby? Thought he was right behind us. And there's someone else in there? Trilby. Trilby! Wait a second. Trilby the Cat-Burglar? Yes. Get someone in there, he could be in trouble. Maybe the ghost got him. Ghost? I think we better get you two down to the station. But, Trilby, the fire brigade will find him, if he's in there. In the meantime, if you'd like to step this way. Death, of course, comes to us all. Came to Sir Roderick DeFoe and his youngest son in the shape of each other. In the shape of... okay. Is destroying the ghost the right thing to do? He was acting like any other dumb animal. Oh well. I guess he and his family will have plenty of time to discuss it, wherever they are. As for me, well, I have no complaints. I've lived a life many would consider out of the ordinary, and I have only one regret. Leaving Simone and Jim to explain it all to the police. It was hardly gentlemanly conduct for a gentleman thief, but I'm sure they'd understand that rushing out into a field full of police officers wouldn't have been a good idea. It's gonna be a long walk home. I have some important matters to attend to. To track down my fence, for one thing. Then I have to punch him very hard in the face. "5 Days a Stranger" by Ben Yahtzee Croshaw. There's his website listed there. Oh, the music's from RPG Maker 2000. I'm gonna probably quit back to the menu here in a second. So that was 5 Days a Stranger. You'll notice special edition there. I think the interview and the audio commentary is the only stuff, or author commentary, not audio commentary. It's basically just more text to read, but it pops up at a different, like the right-hand corner of the screen. It's fun. If you want to play this for yourself, I definitely recommend checking it out with the author commentary on. You've already seen me do the puzzle, so anytime he, in the commentary, he has a tendency to spoil the answers to puzzles before he does them. It's been, I don't know, probably half a decade or so since I played this, and it's still basically what I thought it was. This is the weakest entry in the series by far, but it's fine. Your typical sort of horror fare, as far as the plot goes. You tell there's sort of some Jason influence in the killer there. Listen, if your kid ends up not being what you expected, show him some love. He'll end up fine. At least finer than if you chained him to the basement and fed him scraps or whatever. But that was 5 Days a Stranger. It is now almost 4 a.m. I'm still wide awake, but I might go attempt a sleep. If you stopped in, thank you very much.